Hi, hello everybody. It's wonderful to have you here for this session. We have Jody Urquhart here with us, a motivational speaker with a very simple mission. Hello. She really has this mission to eagerly empower worn-out professionals with humor, hindsight, and hallelujahs. So I would like to welcome you, Jody, tonight or today. How are you?
I'm really well. Thanks, Rita.
Thank you. It sounds really exciting what we have here. Fed up with living a mediocre life, Jody decided she wanted a memorable one instead. I love this line as an introduction to what you do. And so today you're presenting on this topic, the hustle hangover. I would say we could start. I bet people can't wait to learn more about this. So I will leave the stage to you.
All
And
right.
there we go.
All right. Thank you. So thrilled to be here with everyone today. Thanks for joining. Being here online like this, my goal is to help inspire you in the short amount of time that we are together. So, have you ever had a hangover before? You know, where you wake up in the morning and you realize you had too many drinks the night before, and your head is groggy and you're not really thinking straight. That is a hangover. You look around, you can't find your cell phone or your self respect. Yeah, well, the original use of the word hangover actually in the early 19th century, it boiled down to workloads hanging over your head from one day to the next. But the cure for this hangover, it wasn't less work, it's not less hustle. It's just changing the way you think and the way you feel about the work that you do. So, the way that you lead yourself in the work world is the same way that you will lead others. If you don't believe in yourself, you can't believe in the strengths in others. If you don't believe and have hope and have opportunity, believe in opportunity in the future, you cannot inspire hope and opportunity in others. If you aren't compassionate, if you aren't kind with yourself, give yourself a break, give yourself the benefit of the doubt, then you can't inspire kindness and compassion in others. Best way I've ever heard this said was by Gandhi when he said, "Be the change you want to see in your world." So today I am reminded that there's only really two ways that we can influence people. Here's what they are. Number one, we can use control, rewards, and punishment. And the other way is we can rely on and lean towards inspiration. And that's the direction I want to go with you here today. So most of the time what we do is we rely on hustle, or we rely on control and command. It's reward and punishment. Many of us, this is the way that we grew up. It's what we're used to. For instance, my parents, they used to spank us. I don't know, has anyone here ever been spanked before? By my parents? They used to tell us to do stuff, and if we did it, then they were happy. If we didn't, then they would punish us. It was really clear cut and simple. It's the way most of the time our organizations are run. The way we lead ourselves is through reward and punishment every day, and that is really hustle. So the thing is, what we all intuitively know is that we can't actually control circumstances. We definitely can't control other people. How many people here have ever personally tried to change someone before? Have you done that? How does that work out for you? I know it makes for a great first marriage, or a second, or third, or fourth for those of us who are slow learners. So, would you rather be right, or would you rather be happy? If you'd rather be right, I have a great divorce lawyer for you. As long as you feel like you need to be right in your career, in your relationships, in your job, then you can never be happy. Here's why. Happiness is not a goal. It's a feeling inside you. It is not something you have to work for. It's something that you have. Anytime you decide to put happiness, success, opportunity, hope, any positive feeling as a goal in your future, now it's something you're always aiming for, but something that you don't have right now. But you have it. It's a feeling. It's right there. So today I want to remind you to always feel good about what you do. Here's what we need to know. It does not matter what you do. It matters how you feel about what you do. People don't care how much you know until first they know how much you care. People won't remember what you say or what you do, but they'll always remember how you make them feel. So when you go and apply for a job, or if you've been in a job for quite a while, one of the most important parts of that job is for you to stay inspired, for you to believe in yourself, believe in your career, and have that kind of intensity in your future. It is your intention, the way you feel, the way you think about your job that matters more than anything else. So I want to show you that in terms of focus. So there is nothing more important, bigger than your skill, bigger than your intelligence. Nothing is more important than where you put your attention. So here's what happens for a lot of people is we end up focusing on the things we don't want. I don't want to be rejected when I go to apply for jobs. I don't want to worry about my future. I don't want to worry about my colleagues. But by thinking about those things, what happens is you are going to bring more of that. You're headed in that direction. So I want to share with you what I call a feel-good habit. This will help you in every single area in your life. Focus on, I'm going to say this 3 different ways. Actually, maybe 4 or 5. Why not? It's for fun. Focus on what you want, not on what you don't want. Focus on solutions. Don't focus on problems. Believe in yourself. Don't focus on worry or doubt. Focus on solutions. So my son, when he was young, he was about 5 years old, and I remember him coming up to me and he would yank me on the sweater and he would say, "Mommy, can I have a cookie?" And I'd say, "No, I'm making dinner, not now." Moments later, "Hey, Mommy, can I have a cookie?" I said no. "Hey, Mommy, can I have a cookie?" "Okay, fine. You take your cookie, you go sit over there." So he gets what he wants. How does he do it? It's only one thing, and it always works. He simply wears me down. Now, the reason this works is this. I turn and I give my attention to the behavior that I don't like instead of the behavior that I do. I really want to show you direction. You see, most people think that it's our planning and our goals that create our future, and they also think that it is the problems that show up in our life and the circumstances around us that create our career and our future. But far bigger than that are the thoughts and the feelings that you're focusing on in regards to the job that you do. Always bring your focus into the now, into how do you feel. If you're looking for a job, how do I feel about this job interview I'm going to? Never walk into a job interview thinking that you're not going to get this job. You have to walk in there with the confidence and the belief that you know you're meant to be here, that you have the skills and the value that people need. Focus on your purpose. Focus on your passion. Don't look at the doubt. Do you ever feel like your day is constantly chasing around problems? So When you do have a job, you might find that you wake up in the morning and there's problem after problem after problem. And what that means for you is you're constantly focusing on problems. Here's what you need to know. Your brain, it cannot focus on a problem and a solution at the same time. It's not possible. So as long as you're looking down that problem, you're not moving forward. In fact, it has to hold you back. As long as you're looking at the behaviors that you don't like, the challenges in your work that you don't like, that has to hold you back. You cannot focus on worry and doubt and focus on hope and opportunity at the same time. You can't be happy and you can't be sad at the same time. You always have a choice which direction you decide to go. I want to show you that direction. The reason problems are staring you down all the time, they keep showing up and landing in your lap, it's because you keep focusing on them. The only way to ever move forward in life is to think and to feel positively in the direction that you're headed. Let's really quickly look at direction, okay? Because when you move forward, I want to show you some of these directions. Here's what I want you to focus on as often as you can, especially if you ever feel yourself not thinking like positive thoughts or you don't feel really optimistic about your future. I want you to look at these words. I want you to focus on them and think about them as often as you can. Here's what they are: hope, opportunity, the feeling, not the goal, but the feeling of success, prosperity, potential, strengths, kindness, compassion. There's so many wonderful ones: love, happiness, joy. All of these emotions, just look at them. They do three things. Number one is they are unlimited. The only limit to your opportunity is the one you place on it in your mind. So they're unlimited. They always make you feel good and they always move you forward. As long as you're focusing on any one of those positive thoughts and feelings, you will always move forward. Nothing can stop you. Because most of the time what happens is we end up staring at what's in front of us. And what often happens in life is what's in front of us is disappointing. It's a problem and we focus on that. But if all we do is turn our head and focus in the direction of the opportunity, now our brain turns over and we're able to start moving forward. Those opportunities are in front of every single one of you every day. But the only way you're ever going to see them is if you turn and look in that direction. Look at all those wonderful, I'm seeing people right now talking about they're hiring right now. Do you feel good about that? I mean, what this means is there are all these great opportunities out there waiting for you so that you can just get going. And whether it's the start of your career or you're moving down the line, you're going to have a wonderful career. You're going to have people coming to you because they value your perspective, because you have so many strengths. People believe in you. Why do they believe in you? Because you believe in yourself. It has to start within first. So focus on those wonderful things that you believe in. Again, it doesn't matter what you do. It matters how you feel about what you do. I want to show you very quickly how this works. You see, your thoughts and feelings create momentum. And that momentum either moves you forward or it holds you back. So a problem lands in your lap. And as you focus on a problem, the reason it's challenging for you is because you're not moving forward. Everything to do with that problem has to do with something that happened yesterday, last week, or last month. So here's what will happen in your mind. It will be worry, it will be doubt, anger, stress. And all of that is about the past. You're literally rummaging around in the past. It's not this present moment. And that's why it's so hard on you. So the only way to move forward is to turn and look at the direction that you're headed. And all you have to do is actually look at why you married your spouse. See, I want you to think about this. First of all, that person made you feel good. And secondly, they showed you opportunity. opportunity and potential. That you together, you were going to buy a house, you were going to buy a dog, you were going to have children. So you would never meet somebody and go, boy, do I hate that guy. I think I'll marry him. Instead, that person made you feel good. But secondly, here's what happened. You daydreamed. Statistically, it was quite a large amount of time. You spent anywhere from 3 months, 3 months to upwards of 2 years daydreaming over the person. So you started thinking positive thoughts about that person who you now might be with. And your thoughts were something like this. Look at how wonderful he is. Look at how he dresses so well. He's so smart. He's kind. He appreciates me. He showed you opportunity. And that's why you chose him or her. Works the other way. So it worked just like that. Now, let's say you're in a relationship that you don't like. It works the same way. Maybe it's a job you don't like. You literally reverse that momentum. Here's what you started thinking. You know what? I don't get to spend a lot of quality time with that guy. You know what? He doesn't appreciate me the way I used to be appreciated. He's not as kind as I thought that he was. We aren't connecting the same way as we used to be. So all that's happened here, we like to think it has to do with the job or the relationship or the circumstance or COVID or the economy. But actually what it really has to do with is the repetitive thoughts and feelings that you have. So I want you to know this as we're wrapping up our time together is always focus on what you want. And I know what we all want. We all want the same things. Every single person. I mean, I know we head after goals and success, but everyone in this room, the only reason you want success is because you want to be happy. We all want joy. We all want to see potential. And all we have to do is just turn and start focusing in that direction. So I know we're going to have some questions here. I would love for you to follow me on Instagram. I post feel good habits. We really only covered 2 here today. I'd love for you to follow me. We're going to post a feel good habit 4 or 5 times a week. And we'll have some discussion around that. I'm going to close off with a poem because it's really going to help all of you to think about how moving forward is so critical for your career and your future. Because know this, although times seem challenging right now, I believe that we are on the edge of incredible opportunity. So we have been through a lot, but I want you to look at how much potential there is right now. You see, we have pent-up demand all over the globe. And you know what's helped us get through all of this? Technology, the same thing we're using here today. So the reward is always within. The contest will last for moments. Your training it's taken years. It wasn't the winning alone that was ever worth the work or the tears. The applause will be forgotten. The prize will always be misplaced, but your long, hard hours of practice, this will never be a waste. In trying to win, you'll build a skill. You will learn that winning depends on will. You'll never grow by how much you win, the goal. You'll only ever grow by how much you put in. Any new challenge you've just begun, put forth your best. And I know in these incredibly challenging times, I know that you've already won. Thank you so much. I wanted to take a few questions from everyone here. If we don't have questions, I'm just going to carry on and continue to talk. Hi, Rita.
Hi, thank you so much for your talk. So I'm checking here. We might have a problem with our chat and our questions.
I see.
This was quite an inspirational session indeed. And I believe many of us relate to what you just talked about. And it's comforting to think that hope and potential, opportunity and happiness are there. It just depends on us, and we should move forward to, in this direction. So thank you very much.
Focusing on it. Keep focusing on the hope.
Loved your thoughts and motivations as someone.
Thank
all
you
right.
so much. Yeah.
And if there's anything you want to wrap up with, again, how people can get in touch with you, and you mentioned the feel good goals that you are going to post. Do you want to wrap up with something about that?
Yeah, so we during this time we've decided I've written a book. It's called Bliss Out. It's not coming out until January, but in the
Okay.
meantime, it's about feel good habits. I just really talked to you about one or two of them today because it's a short amount of time, but there's literally so many wonderful ways you can reset your mindset so that you're always moving forward. So whenever I hear people say, "Oh, but it's hard," "Oh, but," all it is changing the direction of your thought. That's all it is.
Right.
And it's the feeling that's behind the thought. So we're just posting these wonderful feel good sayings and habits. So you will see specific habits on Jody Urquhart on Instagram that are going to
Mhm.
help to constantly nudge you towards inspiration.
Right. And I was curious now, just so these feel good goals, what do you advise people do? Like, shall they, maybe meditate and think about them? Or is it something daily that you do in the morning or in the evening before you go to bed? Is there something that
Yeah,
help people with? Like, how can they really, make use of this feel good feelings when
sure. It's
exactly? Yeah.
it's always about your focus.
Mm-hmm.
So you just focus on the things you want instead of things you don't want. So everybody wants hope and passion. Focus on why you chose your job. That was a good one. Here's a great way to do it: is if you have a job interview, again, I said this briefly, but you want to pump yourself up for that interview. So you
Yeah.
want to make sure you feel really, really good. Always go in there knowing you're meant to be there. I mean, they didn't ask you to come for an interview just because they wanted to waste their time. You have
Right.
skills that they want. And if you show up there, people don't hire you so much for skill as they hire you for passion. You are a far stronger asset to someone when your passion guides you, not your stress. And so, if you can, in any moment, when you're with groups of people and you see people focusing on challenges and stress, you can turn and start showing them possibility and potential. So, your
Mhm.
brain will only allow you to move in that direction when you start thinking about possibility and potential. You just won't get there from problems.
Yeah, right. Very good. Yeah, that's a very important point. I think it quite sums up what we've talked about in here. So I would leave it to that. Thank you again, Jody, and to everybody that was here at the session. And just stick around. There's other panelists coming soon. So see you around. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.